What is up, guys? Andrew's No Excuses TV here, and today we are talking about how I have been organizing my fly tying material. So I have looked at a ton of stuff, ton of ways of like organizing fly tying material, and it all kind of basically just revolves around keeping similar stuff together, right? Keeping your dubbing together, keeping your hooks in similar areas, keeping like if you have your feathers, your rooster tails, your deer hair, squirrel tail, whatever it is keeping it in just certain areas and being able to go to it. The issue with that I have right now is that as a beginning fly tyer, like I need my flies to be like in a cookbook where I have a recipe with all the stuff that I need all the time. And so I was frustrated with the idea of having to go with, since I don't have a ton of material right now and my materials are really specific to what I'm tying, I didn't like the idea of having just a bunch of things in similar areas and having to re-get it out every single time. So what I came up with was kind of this right here, and it's only going to work for beginners when you only have like maybe 10 flies that you're tying. Because what I did is I've taken like a old 3-inch binder that I've had, and then pencil pouches. And so what we have is these pencil pouches, basically, all I've done is I put my recipe, basically, and the materials inside that pencil pouch. So, say for example, I want to do my San Juan worm. I go in my box, I grab my San Juan worm pouch, I open it up, and it's going to have my little worms already cut and my hooks. And the only thing that I'm keeping separate from this is the thread. Primarily because I do have a thread rack that's easy and I can see, okay, it needs the brown thread, grab the brown thread, and we're going. And right now I have this for 6 flies that I'm tying. So we have the San Juan worm, a Chernobyl ant, elk-hair caddis, and again, it makes it so much easier when I'm like, okay, I need more caddis flies. So I'm gonna go out there, open up my fly box or my fly folder, grab my caddis fly. It's got everything in it. It's got, again, the hooks, the ultra wire, dry fly dubbing, elk hair, hackle, all the stuff that I need is in this pouch. Now that I realize this green and this green hopefully doesn't clash, or it's gonna look weird. But anyway, it's all in here. My rockworm, whatever it is all in this 3-inch binder, and this has worked great for me right now because, again, I don't have a ton of materials that I need to keep separate and that I use for multiple things right now. Like I don't have pheasant tail that I'm using for 3 different things. I don't have all these different dubbings that I'm using for multiple things. Now, one thing that I got in a fly tying box that we got from True Fly, and we'll put this link to here when we reviewed those, was that I got a dubbing box, right, where you have the dubbing in the little boxes and get the little hole and you pull it out of. I will probably start using that as I get more and more flies that I'm tying. But realistically, right now, this has been my go-to way of organizing my fly tying material. As a real beginner, when I don't have many flies that I'm tying, this has worked great. Being able to just treat it like a recipe book for cooking, and I go grab what I need, tie it, put it back in here for the next time. Now, as I become more experienced, doing intermediate, expert, which I don't know if I'll ever tie enough to get that far, level tying, and I generally over the next few years accumulate more and more materials, I will change how I organize this. I understand that. But for a true beginner that is only tying maybe 10 or less flies, this is the way to go. So my suggestion, if you're new to fly tying, try to figure out a way to organize your flies. This is the way that I've done it, and it's worked out great. So that's a quick Sunday video. It's rainy, it's gross, it's raining all this next week, so I don't know if I'll get the fish yet at all, and it's also the last 2 weeks of school, so we're getting for summer camp. So there's a ton of stuff at school going on. But we should be good to go pretty soon to go out. Our camper comes in soon. So fly tying materials, I organize it this way. I go get it. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button to see more of these videos. Click that subscribe button. We're gonna be, if you've seen this last month, we've been pretty consistent, 1 a week, sometimes 2. We're getting better. We're gonna stay consistent for the next year, at least. That's the goal, 1 for a year. Hopefully get to 1,000 subs this first year, or in 2021, and then it only grows from there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.